fungus salad. This is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a loofah. They do come dried, so we are going to need to rehydrate them with water. So that is the first thing that I would start with in making this salad. Make sure you have a big enough bowl for this because it is going to triple in size. Add enough water to submerge the fungus. The great thing about this salad is that you can prep everything a day or two ahead of time. Of course, you can always do everything day of, but if you're going to be making a large party tray, I recommend planning ahead. I'm slicing a red onion and then dunking in cold water for about 10 minutes. What this is going to do is mellow out the raw onion flavor. I'm using a red bell pepper in this salad, but you can use a combination of peppers or skip it if you don't like it. Slice into thin strips. I really love the pop of color the red bell pepper adds to this. Use a shredder to shred the carrots. I love adding a lot of carrots in here because it adds natural sweetness. Slice green onion and cilantro. One of the main components in this salad is steamed pork loaf. In Lao, we call it mu ya. I'm going to be using half of this. I'm cutting this into long strips, but you can also cut it into thin quarters. Clean and devein the shrimp. I'm using large shrimp from Costco. Optional to add cuttlefish. I purchased this pre-scored at 99 Ranch. Getting back to the onions, 10-minute soaking time should be up so you can strain it and set it aside. Now that all the salad ingredients are prepped, we can make the sauce. This can also be made ahead of time. Salad isn't typically known to be spicy, but obviously you can adjust to your taste. I'm just using a couple here because my husband will be eating some of this as well, so I can't make it too spicy. Set that aside. Next, we're gonna cut up lemongrass. We're just gonna use about maybe 3 or 4 inches of this. Again, really depends on how much lemongrass flavor you like in the salad. I like the lemongrass flavor, so I tend to use a little bit more. Next, we're using pickled garlic. This is a specialty ingredient that can be found at the Thai market or most Southeast Asian markets. Comes in whole bulbs. Start by removing the stem. Cut the bulb in half, and then remove this tough center part. Now you can slice the bulb into small pieces. White fungus has been soaking for about 15 minutes, and as you can see, it has expanded in size. You do need to remove this base and then tear it into bite-sized pieces. Take your knife, cut it in half or however you can cut it, and it should come apart pretty easily. Remove this base. Get another bowl for this. I just hand shred it. Everyone does this a little differently. I like to tear this into smaller pieces so that I can rinse under cold water and clean it. We are going to be blanching this, but it's so much easier to handle once it's torn into smaller pieces. We're going to make the sauce. I'm using palm sugar. If you don't have palm sugar, you can use white sugar as well. To the palm sugar, I'm going to add some hot water or warm water to melt it. Add the crushed chilies. Add Thai chili paste for flavor and color. This is not spicy at all, so don't worry about the amount that is going into the sauce. This is the brand that I use. It should be jammy in consistency. I love using this in stir fries as well. It's really, really good. Add chili garlic sauce. This isn't too spicy either. I really like it for the texture, and of course it has really great flavor. Add the pickled garlic. Add lemongrass. Add vinegar, fish sauce, and lime. Start with half and build from there. Once everything is mixed up, you'll want to taste and adjust accordingly. I like it a little more tart, so I'm going to add a little bit more lime. Add a little more fish sauce and a pinch of salt. I like to make this sauce a day in advance to let the flavors come together. Of course, you can always use it day of, which is what I'll be doing today, but if you have any leftovers, tomorrow or the day after will be so good. Bring a large pot of water to a boil. Add the snow fungus. You can do this with a straining ladle, but I find that it's easier to add everything into the pot and then fish it out. This will only need to be blanched for about 20 seconds. Next, add the pork loaf. This will only need 10 seconds. Now you can add the rest of your ingredients. Cuttlefish takes about 30 seconds. Shrimp takes about 45 to 60 seconds or until opaque. We are almost ready to assemble the salad. Before we do that, I am going to squeeze the liquid out of the mushrooms. Give it a gentle squeeze. You don't want to squeeze it until it falls apart. It kind of needs that pressure. I would remove any excess water from the seafood and from the snow fungus. Once you go to add the sauce, you want to make sure that it only absorbs that sauce so that you get maximum flavor from this. And you also don't want a super watery salad. Now we can assemble. Add onions, carrots, bell peppers, and a quarter of the sauce. I like to do this in layers to make sure everything is well incorporated. I'm also going to be adding this granulated chicken flavoring. This is an optional ingredient. If you don't want to add this, you don't need to. If you like to add MSG, you can add that here. Add the pork loaf, cuttlefish, and shrimp. Add the rest of the sauce. This is making my mouth water all over again. Once everything is well incorporated, add the green onion and cilantro. Make sure you give this a final taste and adjust before serving. This salad holds up very well. Leftovers are even better. If you happen to have any leftover, store in an airtight container for up to 3 days. I hope you guys give this salad a try. It is so much better to make it at home because you can add as much seafood, as much pork loaf, as much mushrooms, herbs, vegetables, whatever you want in here. This sauce can also be used for chicken feet salad, which is also really good. If you guys want a recipe and tutorial for that, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you guys in another video.